There's a lot of backstory in this series, and it's easy to get lost in it, leaving you puzzled and with more questions than answers. World of Warcraft is a long-running series with enough backstory to drown an elephant with books that bounce across history, mangas that portray possible futures, parallel timelines spring up in the expansions and more. The Warcraft chronology is famously confusing. We go through every piece of Warcraft material and where it fits within the overall chronology. This list includes every game, expansion and book that has been published as of this date. Because of this varied nature, the Chronicles volumes, which were produced to assist to fill in the gaps in the chronology and tighten up the history of the world, are not included. They give information across the timeline. From the year minus 13,000 to 0, we have World of Warcraft Rise of the Horde, World of Warcraft Rise of the Horde in the book, World of Warcraft Dawn of the Aspects Part 1 to 5, it's a book, Warcraft War of the Ancients, which is a book trilogy, The Last Guardian, which is a short story in Warcraft Archive, and the World of Warcraft War Crimes book. Before the year 0, when the first war between orcs and humans started, just a few tales were recorded. Before this period, there was thousands of years of history, much of which is covered in-game material across the Warcraft video games. Whether individuals are time traveling to the past or reliving it in some fashion, all of the books set during this period have a foot in the far future. The years 0 to 3, we have Warcraft Orcs and Humans, the game, The Last Guardian, which is a short story in the Warcraft Archive book. Grief occurs throughout the earliest few years of history, when the Horde emerges from Draenor via the Dark Portal and attacks humanity on Azeroth. The first signs of a war between humans and orcs appear. The Horde is being commanded to slowly advance into human territory, burning down settlements as they go. This marked the start of the first war and the release of the first Warcraft game, Warcraft Orcs and Humans. The first war came to a close when the Horde invaded Stormwind, which succumbed to the Horde, forcing the human troops to escape north. In the years 4 to 10, we have Warcraft II, Tides of Darkness, the game, World of Warcraft Tides of Darkness, the book, World of Warcraft Arthas, Rise of the Lich King book, which covers years 3 until 27. We have Warcraft II, Beyond the Dark Portal game, Warcraft II Battle.net Edition game, Warcraft II, Beyond the Dark Portal game expansion, World of Warcraft Beyond the Dark Portal book, The Last Guardian, short story in Warcraft Archive book, Day of the Dragon, short story in Warcraft Archive, also a book. In year 4, the second war starts, as Stormwind's refugees successfully evacuate and the Horde decides to pursue them. Warcraft II, Tides of Darkness, the second Warcraft game, is based on these events, and the book of the same name describes them in more detail. Fans of the games will be acquainted with the Alliance, which is founded when human leaders from Stormwind strive to unite all human empires under one banner to oppose the Horde. In the years 15 to 18, we have Of Blood and Honor, a short story in Warcraft Archive, which is a book, Lord of the Clans, short story in Warcraft Archive book, World of Warcraft Arthas Rise of the Lich King book, which covers years 3 to 27. After years of dreadful battles, the Alliance finally defeats the Horde. That's not to say it was easy. Leadership was lost in battle and had to be replaced. Vast portions of the human kingdoms had been devastated and more people had died than at any time in their history. During this time, Arthas, the human prince, has developed into a skilled paladin, not to mention a dreamboat, and has joined the Order of the Knights of the Silver Hand, a holy warrior order. In the years 20 to 22, we have Warcraft III, Reign of Chaos, the game, World of Warcraft Arthas, Rise of the Lich King book, which covers year 3 to 27, Warcraft III, The Frozen Throne game expansion, and World of Warcraft Illidan, the book, which covers years 20 to 26. The Second World War ended in 18, but the Third World War sprang out soon after. It starts in the year 20 when Thrall, a young orc, has a vision and becomes the command of the Horde. Simultaneously, Prince Arthas examines a sickness that is spreading over human lands and learns that it is being propagated by the undead in order to breed additional troops for their army. Arthas manages to discover a blade strong enough to defeat the undead commander Mal'Ganis, but at a severe cost. The sword is named Frostmourne, and it takes Arthas' soul and turns him against his own comrades. With Arthas turned against mankind, Jaina Proudmoore, an apprentice archmage, is commanding the human survivors of the plague. She is compelled to unite with Thrall and the Night Elves against the Burning Legion, the army of demons that Arthas is seeking to call out. In the years 24 to 25, we have World of Warcraft Cycle of Hatred, the book, World of Warcraft Arthas Rise of the Lich King book, World of Warcraft and World of Warcraft Classic, the game, Warcraft War of the Ancients book trilogy, and World of Warcraft Illidan, the book. World of Warcraft, a popular MMORPG, begins up in the year 25. The book World of Warcraft Cycle of Hatred seeks to fill in the gap between the conclusion of Warcraft 3 and the commencement of the MMO. There are tons of things occurring in the background at this period, festering and growing close to boiling up. Arthas as the Lich King, Illidan as an escaped Night Elf, and more. At this stage, players of the MMORPG only had access to the continent of Azeroth and were being introduced to the game's story via a variety of quests, dungeons, and updates. In the years 26 to 27, we have World of Warcraft Illidan, the book, World of Warcraft The Burning Crusade, game expansion, World of Warcraft Rise of the Horde book, World of Warcraft Arthas Rise of the Lich King book, World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King game expansion, the Night of the Dragon book, and the Storm Rage book. Both of World of Warcraft's early expansions dealt with the effects of Warcraft 3. The Burning Crusade let players traverse the continent of Draenor, now known as the Outland, and followed the saga of Illidan. Illidan was a figure that features substantially in the Night Elf narrative of Warcraft 3. He was a prisoner, someone so horribly deadly he could never be allowed to be free, but was freed during Warcraft 3 so that Thrall, Jaina, and the Night Elves would have a chance against the Burning Legion. Afterward, he escaped. The book World of Warcraft Illidan outlines what he was doing between Warcraft 3 and the commencement of the Burning Crusade expansion. The other expansion that takes place in this period was Wrath of the Lich King, which opens up with Arthas, now an inhuman Lich King wielding Frostmourne and inflicting ruin on the realm. Like Illidan, Arthas has a book, World of Warcraft Arthas Rise of the Lich King, that describes his actions between Warcraft 3 and the commencement of this expansion. In the years 28 to 30, we have World of Warcraft The Shattering, Prelude to the Cataclysm book, World of Warcraft Cataclysm the game expansion, World of Warcraft Wolfheart book, World of Warcraft Thrall, Twilight of the Aspects book, Warcraft War of the Ancients book trilogy, World of Warcraft Mists of Pandaria game expansion, World of Warcraft Jaina Proudmoore Tides of War book, World of Warcraft Dawn of the Aspects Part 1 to 5 book, World of Warcraft Traveler book, World of Warcraft Traveler The Spiral Path, also a book, World of Warcraft Traveler The Shining Blade, also a book, and World of Warcraft Vol'jin Shadows of the Horde book. You think the world would get a respite after dealing with Illidan and Arthas, but there's no such luck. However, a dragon aspect called Deathwing comes to Azeroth and destroys the continent, which marks the start of the World of Warcraft expansion Cataclysm. There is nearly a second apocalypse, but Thrall and the other dragon aspects are able to beat him in 29 and stop it. Shortly after this occurrence, the land of Pandaria is found. This was a new continent for players to explore in-game. With no big adversary to threaten the globe anymore, the plot of the Mists of Pandaria expansion for World of Warcraft concentrated back on the struggle between Horde and the Alliance. In the years 31 to 32, we have World of Warcraft War Crimes, the book, World of Warcraft Warlords of Draenor game expansion, and World of Warcraft Legion, the game expansion. The book in this timeline is a bit hard to grasp the head around, since it incorporates another chronology of Warcraft history. Regardless, it leads into the expansion's Warlords of Draenor, in which the Alliance is attacked by the Iron Horde, the Horde from the parallel universe, and Legion, in which an orc from the alternate universe is sent into our universe so that he can open up a portal and allow the Burning Legion through again. And in the year 33, we have World of Warcraft Before the Storm book, World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth game expansion, World of Warcraft Shadows Rising the book, and World of Warcraft Shadowlands the game expansion. The orcs' ambitions are thwarted and the Burning Legion is halted, but the planet is now licking its wounds. Even yet, the Horde and the Alliance, again since that there are no shared foes to battle, begin to fight anew. This is played out in the Battle of Azeroth expansion for World of Warcraft. The most recent expansion to the game, Shadowlands, came out in 2020. A character who was involved in the Battle for Azeroth expansion, Sylvanas Windrunner, is said to have ripped a hole between the real world and the afterlife. In Shadowlands, players must help legendary characters from Warcraft history journey back to the land of the living and put things right again. And that is every Warcraft game, expansion and novel in chronological order. Thank you for listening, and I will see you next time.